for our luncheon gathering at noon. I'm going to start calling this Food for Thought. I'm Tonya Arnesen, Senior Pastor of Jackson First United Methodist Church, and it is my privilege and honor to be with you this afternoon. I hope you'll sign in. Let me know when you're with me. I'm going to go ahead. I'm now in day 7, as are you, of this social distancing. And I don't know about you, but I'm starting to find it overwhelming. It seems to have changed every element of our lives together, and it's constant, and it's kind of a tyranny to be bombarded with all of the information, with all of the news, with all of the extra social media. I don't know about you, but I'm feeling a little overwhelmed by the whole thing. Today is my Sabbath day, but I did want to continue to be with you this afternoon, and I will continue to do this every day, Monday through Saturday at noon, and then we'll post my full sermon at 10:30 on Sunday mornings, so that we're still in the holy habit of being in worship together. Um, One of the things that I noticed is that my blood sugar and heart rate has been going up and up and up. And my husband reminded me the other day that it was possible to push silence the push notifications, which were starting to be overwhelming to me. And so those have been silenced, and I noticed that my heart rate is better and my blood sugar is better. So I think the stress of the constant barrage of information and dwelling on that was really taking its toll on my health, and I'm betting that it's not any healthier for any of you either. So this is what I suggest. I know that I can't help what flashes through my mind. I don't always have a lot of control over that, but I do have some degree of control over what I decide to dwell on, what I allow to get into my head and overtake me. And I think that the Apostle Paul had some wonderful words of support and encouragement when dwelling on the negativity and the bad news tends to overtake us. Paul is encouraging the church at Philippi to think on other things. And I think we have the power to do so. I'm reading from from Philippians chapter 4, beginning with verse 2. And it writes, "Rejoice in the Lord always. I will say it again, rejoice. Let your graciousness be known to everyone." And I hope you are finding ways to share your graciousness, the goodness of God's love, with people within your network of connections. The Lord is near. Again, that's so important for us to realize that He's with us in all of this. Don't worry about anything, but in everything, through prayer and petition with thanksgiving, let your requests be made known to God. I'm going to repeat that because it's so important for us in such anxious times as this. Don't worry about anything, but in everything, through prayer and petition With thanksgiving, let your requests be made known to God. And then he goes on, and the peace of God, which surpasses every thought, will guard your hearts and your minds in Jesus. It seems to me that when we give up worry and offer that to God with prayer and asking, please, God, for help in doing what only God can in this situation, somehow therein lies our possibility for peace. And then he says, finally, brothers, and I would add sisters, whatever is true, whatever is honorable, whatever is just, whatever is pure, whatever is lovely, whatever is commendable, if there is any moral excellence, and if there is any praise, dwell on these things. Do what you have learned and received and heard and seen in me, and the God of peace will be with you. Once again, Paul is telling us that if we allow our minds or train our minds to dwell on those things that are good and gracious and honorable and just and pure and lovely and commendable, if we will dwell on those things, we will have peace. Somehow, I think that that's a good word for us in such anxious times as this. So here's what I would encourage you to do for this day. Whenever a worrisome thought flits through your mind, when you hear more bad news or a higher death rate or a higher infection rate, bring that to God in prayer and then simply use this breath prayer. I will trust you, Lord. Say that with me. I will trust you, Lord. I will trust you, Lord. And the God of peace will give you peace. Be well, be blessed. You are beloved, my friends. Goodbye.